And to matters salaries, teachers living in rural areas are said to be among the biggest beneficiaries of the review in their salaries and allowances. The allowances harmonized in the new salary reviews will see the teachers not only get a pay increment of between 2.4% and 9.5% starting this month, but will also benefit from enhanced housing allowances in the new grouping of regions. Brenda Wanga reports on the changes that are to take effect immediately.
The agreement reached between the Teachers Service Commission and their employees earlier this week sees teachers get a pay hike of between 2.4% and 9.5%, whose implementation begins this month. The increment comes in two phases: the financial year 2023-2024 and the financial year 2024-2025.
What is the place value of digit 1?
Under the new pay structure for teachers, the lowest earning teachers are the biggest beneficiaries, with a higher percentage of the hike going to them, while those on the higher end of the scale get a 2.4% increase.
After candid and sincere deliberations, we are happy to announce to the nation and our teachers that we have reached a deal.
Beginning this month, the teachers will be going home with bigger paychecks when the hikes, backdated to July, take effect. Under the new structure, entry-level teachers at primary school will earn between 22,000 and 28,000 shillings. Those in job group C1, including sections of primary and secondary school teachers and lecturers, will get a salary of between 28,000 and 35,000, being the highest paid. Grade C2 teachers, lecturers and special needs teachers will get 36,000 for the lowest paid and 45,000 for the highest paid. Grade C3 teachers and lecturers will get between 44,000 and 56,000 shillings, while job grade C5 will earn between 62,000 and 78,000 shillings.
I want to proudly say here today that we have already secured 10%. I want to tell Teachers Service Commission that we are coming for the next 50%.
Senior masters, head teachers and deputy principals and senior lecturers who fall under job group D1 will earn between 77 for the lowest and 95,000 shillings for the highest paid within that group, while those in job group D2, deputy principals 2 and senior master 1 teachers will earn a minimum of 91 and a maximum of 110,000 shillings. Senior principals who fall under job grade D4 will get between 118 and 143,000 shillings for the lowest and highest paid, while chief principals sitting at the top of the pay pyramid at grade D5 will earn between 131 and 159,000 shillings as basic salaries. Other than the new basic salaries for the teaching fraternity, teachers are also set to benefit from a review of their allowances. Among those who will be smiling all the way to the bank are teachers living in rural areas. Their housing allowances have now been harmonized under the 4 clusters covering all areas of the country. In the new allowances structure, a grade B5 teacher will be entitled to a house allowance of 6,750 if they live in cluster 1 area, that is Nairobi, 4,400 shillings for cluster 2 areas of Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Nyeri, Eldoret, Thika, Kisii, Malindi and Kitale, 3,850 shillings for those living in cluster 3 areas comprising of other former municipalities, and a similar amount for all other areas of the country. A chief principal living in Nairobi will be entitled to 50,000 shillings as house allowance for cluster 1 areas. Cluster 2 areas will get 35,000, while those in cluster 3 areas will get 25,000, and those residing in cluster 4 will get 21,000 as house allowance. The house allowances have been factored in the August payroll. All other allowances, including hardship, commuter, leave and disability allowances, remain unchanged. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.